So you let your party level up. Good. And now you have to design encounters for them in the game of Dungeons & Dragons. How do we do this? Well, first we have to pick either a level or a creature to design this encounter around. So today we're going to go somewhere between level 9 and 10, and we're going to pick the creature an Aboleth. An Aboleth is an interesting creature as it is only CR 10, so with 150 hit points at level 9 and 10, that's actually somewhat vulnerable. So how do we help this Aboleth out? Well, we give it a lot of minions. Why do we give it a lot of minions? Because you want this encounter to start feeling overwhelming and then slowly get easier as the trick of the encounter comes out. The Aboleth has an ability called Dominate Mind, which works really well with its mucus cloud, where it curses a creature with the mucus cloud and makes it so that it becomes dependent on being in water, which is usually an Aboleth's habitat. Then, with the Dominate Mind ability, it kind of can have control of lots of different creatures that only get to make the save once a day or if they take damage. Now, that part is critical because you could have a lot of creatures under this Aboleth's control just saying they failed their wisdom saves for the day, and that's why there are a lot of creatures in this encounter. So you got CR5 creatures, CR4 creatures, CR3 creatures, somewhere things in that range that are going to just make the fight feel overwhelming. You're going to want several of them, somewhere between like 7 and 8 creatures, because every time those creatures take damage, they're going to make a wisdom saving throw. When they make that wisdom saving throw, they can eventually switch sides depending on if the party feels they can help them and they get realization that this is the trick of the encounter, so to speak. So every time a creature gets hits, it makes a wisdom save, which is DC 16, and it might switch sides, or it just might fight for itself. It might flee. It might be out of the fight. For that, you can decide with whichever creatures you want to put in this encounter. The options are endless because as long as the creature is somewhat overpowered by an Aboleth, it can be part of the Aboleth's retinue of dominated creatures. Now, they really upgraded the Aboleth in the 2024 rules. They gave it legendary resistances, they gave it legendary actions, and they have it so that the ability to consume memories and gain the entire memories of the target, that it is going to be grappled or charmed with its Dominate Mind ability or its regular Tentacle Lash. That way it can use the creature's memories against them, because if a creature lets the Aboleth link with it telepathically to communicate, the Aboleth learns all of its greatest desires based on the creature's stat block. I'm Adapt. Follow me for more tips and tricks on how to play high-level Dungeons & Dragons. And remember, roll dice, fuck ice. If you're not here for human rights, there's the door.